iPhone cases and a tempered glass cover? Let's check this stuff out. Dave Taylor here, and this time I'm looking at iPhone cases, specifically for the iPhone 7, but I know there's other iPhones out there. There's newer ones, there's older ones, and there's other phones from other companies. So the good news is GPEL, which stands for Green Power Electronics, GPEL makes a bunch of different solutions. So we're going to look at two cases today, and then we're going to look at and install their really nice tempered glass 3D tempered glass screen protector. So this is our stunt iPhone 7, and let's start with this one. This is the New York design, and this is the Everpure Duo 7, and this is actually called New York Minute is the name of the design, and it's a nice little case. It's just a very thin polycarbonate, so it's very strong, but it adds barely any thickness to your phone. It's literally 1.5 millimeters thick, and the only thing I'll say about it, other than that they have a ton of designs and it's really nice, is it's a pretty snug fit. So when you put this on your phone, it's a bit of work to take it off, which is why I'm not demonstrating it right now. I mean, it's more than a bit of work, but that's a good thing because you don't want your case to fall off. Now, the more interesting case that they have is this one. This is known as the Adventure Weave, and you can see on the back why it's called a weave. And here's what's fun about this, is it's two cases in one. Let me see if I can take this thing apart. Oh, I guess we can do it this way. Take my phone out entirely. Okay, so now you have the rubber, soft rubberized insert, which is known as the shock absorbing center. Let's give it some shock. It absorbed it. Awesome. More interestingly is that the hard case on the outside, again, this is a polycarbonate shell, and it's actually a little thicker than this guy. But between the two of them, they do a really tremendous job of, impact absorption, and the company's smart enough to have designed it so that when your phone is in, it's actually slightly, the case is actually slightly above the screen, which is super important because if you drop your phone like that, you don't want the screen to absorb the impact. They also have thought through to make sure that all of their covers still work and are just fine when you put these cases on. So props to them for thinking about that too. So this is the Adventure Weave, and it's in this sort of dark blue and black, and this one's easy to put on and off. So let me put it on. You just line up the buttons, you put the case cover on. This is the soft part. And worth noting, as you can see in this close-up, is that the bottom comes up a fair ways. This is a little unusual as designs go. I don't dislike it, but it's something to know before you pick up one of these cases. And then all you have to do, as you can see I'm doing here, line it up, push it in, done. Now we're ready to roll. And the other observation I'll make is they have a little cover for your lightning connector on the bottom, but it's designed to push in. I often find I can't actually push it in, so it sticks out a little bit. So quite frankly, what I would want to do is I'd want to just cut it off. Now, you can make your own choice with that. You might like having that as a sort of dust cover, and that's fine. One more smart thing they've done is they've put the cutouts for the speakers on the front of the case rather than on the bottom or not at all. So if you have your phone generating audio, then it actually is pretty nice because what it actually does is it pushes the audio towards you. That's just good thinking on their part. Now, before we get to the cover, let's just talk about these again real quick. So this is the Everpure Duo 7 and comes in a pile of different designs. You can go check out their website. It's 25 bucks for the iPhone 7. They have it for other devices too. Very nice. Hard case, so it's tough. And then this, the two-layer design, and let's get my phone out of here while we're at it. So the two-layer design is obviously a little more complicated, so it's a little more expensive, and I know I can get my phone out of here. Ugh. Done. Totally, that was how we planned it. So, two-part piece. This is $30 for the iPhone 7. Again, they have it for Samsungs. They have it for a variety of different phones, which is handy. So that's very nice. We'll put both of these aside, and I have done one important thing before I got to their tempered glass screen protector, and that is, don't laugh, washed my hands thoroughly. Turns out it's really important when you're going to put a tempered glass screen protector on your phone, or really any sort of screen protector on, you want to wash your hands. Don't have any oils on your hands at all. That is important. Now, I'm going to actually put their real tempered glass 3D full cover onto my phone. They call this the high def 3D curved tempered glass cover. And it's a little thicker than most because they actually add an extra layer of glass. And one of the things I like about it is it actually has a color. So I'm going to just open up their package and we'll have a look. It comes with instructions. I'll do their instructions, although I've kind of done a lot of these. But most importantly, let's start out by just looking at the cover itself. And it's all comes nicely packaged and ready to roll. Somewhere there's an opening. Here it is. And as you can see, this is the black case. So the edges are black, so it matches the color of my phone. Pretty smart. They also have it in white. So I have played with having a white cover on a black phone, and it looks kind of neat, but more likely than not, you're going to want a white cover for a white phone, black cover for a black phone. Now, the way they tell you to do it is place your device on a stable surface. This is relatively stable. I think we're good with that. And then it comes with all these little bits and pieces. Let's just move all this stuff away so I have space. And I'll put this away here. Okay, now we have a lens cleaning wipe, and that is what we want to use first. So this is what they call the alcohol wipe. Pretty sure it's going to be really hard for you to get any positive results out of that if you wanted to have a beer and this is all you have. End of the world apocalypse, this is not going to end well. So, but maybe if you have you probably have other issues if it's the apocalypse. So, alcohol wipe, and the goal is just to get every single molecule of dust, any particles, anything at all off of your phone. Which also means, in case you haven't thought this through, that it doesn't make sense to do this in a dirty environment. So if you're going to put on one of these glass screen protectors, wait until you're in a really clean environment. Don't like vacuum and dust and then immediately do this, because then there's a lot of particulate matter in the air. It's not going to go well. So I have wiped it down. That looks good. Now they say, let's see, use the microfiber cloth to do a second pass. We can do that. Make sure it's as clean as we can possibly make it. And then on this particular piece, there's actually just a layer on the back. So as you can see here, I'm going to peel it off of its back. And now, probably the most anxiety-provoking part of the whole process is to line everything up. So let's see how I do. And what I do is I always try to line things up on the top where there's the slot for the speaker when you're on the phone, and then on the bottom. That looks good, and I'm done. So all I have to do now is take a finger and push. And the way these work is it's kind of magic. It just sort of spreads out and starts adhering to the surface of the phone. And it can take a while. We can speed this up a little bit maybe. So let's go ahead and help it out a little bit. And you know, it's often the case that you need to maybe push down a little bit and push out from the center if you get any air bubbles or anything. And ultimately, when it's done, we should be good to go. And this is pretty much well nigh a perfect screen cover. And you can see here, actually you can't see here, here's my phone on. You can't see that I have a glass screen protector at all. So I'm done. That's all there is to it. And I can put this back in a case. For example, I can put it back into their case. And we are, give me a second, we are good to go. So it fits in their case with the screen protector on. So that's just good planning on their part. and a little bit cozy here, but let's see, it's not quite on right, but you get the idea. And here's my phone. It's all fully functional. And why have a screen protector? Well, honestly, I put screen protectors on because it's just a little layer of insurance. Do you technically need it when you have Gorilla Glass and all these things? Maybe not, but the thing is if I'm going to get it scratched or something, I'd rather get a glass screen protector scratched and then replace that than to actually get my actual phone screen damaged, because replacing that is a lot more painful. So this is the GPEL iPhone 7 tempered glass 3D screen protector, and it will set you back $30 in black or white. You've now seen how easy it is to install. You've seen these different cases, all very nice. You can learn more about all of their products at gpelstore.com. And two more things. Number one, do me a favor and sign up for my mailing list. No. Well, you can do that too, but do me a favor and go ahead and click on the subscribe button. You can also sign up for my mailing list. I'll put that link in my actual description on this video. Thank you. That's awesome if you do both. Extra bonus points. And number two, here's a handy tip, is if you sign up for the GPEL mailing list on their website, you can get a free case, one of these cases for free, just for signing up on their mailing list. Now you want to check the small print, but pretty painless. So check that out at gpelstore.com. This is Dave Taylor, and I'll catch you in my next video.